It is the riot. Where's Nikki? She's on vacation. Where's Obadiah? He's coming up. You'll hear from him in about 30 seconds, but couldn't record an intro. So here I am, Hudson, and you're going to get a lot of me. Maybe more of me than you would ever hope for. In fact, you're not only going to get a lot of me, you're going to get a lot of Zach. I cut Zach's toenails in today's show. That's on the RadioU Facebook page where you can actually watch that if you want to for some reason. And that's in today's podcast as well. Also, Obadiah and I talk about what he did over the weekend. We talk about the new Star Trek animated show. We talk about incorporating Christmas into other holidays. There's a lot of good stuff. You can find it all right after I stop talking, which is going to be right now.
What's worse than finding grounds in your coffee? Finding grounds in your coffee while listening to the riot. It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
The number of you that have reached out over the weekend, over the last few days, and have been like, where is Nikki? It has been, Hudson, I feel like it's been shocking.
Really?
Yes. The number of people that have reached out. I don't feel like if I was gone, I would receive the same amount of attention.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think people would be like, as long as Nikki's there, everything's fine.
Yeah.
But when Nikki goes away, it's like,
yeah,
everything's falling apart.
I guess maybe people would just assume that you're sick.
Yeah.
That's probably what
that
it would
happens
be.
often enough.
Yeah, but Nikki doesn't get sick as much, or she just works through it. So
when Nikki gets sick, Nikki will come in here dead.
Right.
Like, I've seen them bring her in here on a hospital bed with an IV drip to do the show, which I'm like, you could stay home. I'm fine. Okay. All right. It's cool. Whatever. It's great. Here's the deal. Nikki will be back 2 weeks from today.
Yes.
That would be Monday, November. Anybody can do that math? 5. It'll be the 12th.
12th.
So Monday, November 12th, Nikki will be back. She's on vacation. She is not dead.
Nope.
She is not fired. She is not whatever else. We didn't have a fight. She's not suspended.
Yeah.
She's not suspended with pay. She literally has taken, you ready for this? Paid time off.
Wow.
You hear that
Can you
phrase?
imagine?
Okay. Paid time off. She is on vacation.
Yes.
She will be back. So to everybody that has quaked, feared, cried, begged, messaged, tweeted, I want you to know it's okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool that you guys like Nikki that much. And again, I wish that people liked me that much. I'm just not sure that's true.
The riots, turn it down.
And rip the knob off.
RadioU.
Hudson, tell me about the coffee that you made here.
Well, it's whatever is in the white tub.
I believe it to be a toasted marshmallow mocha.
Yeah. Usually it's Dunkin' Donuts in that thing, I think.
It's still the Coffee Shack Roasters. Yeah. They're in Heath, Ohio. They donate a prodigious amount of coffee to us during the fall fundraiser. We are still drinking our way through that coffee.
Yeah. Which you would think that shows you how much, I guess, that they donated because they're still working on it.
It was enough, right? Because we literally have been drinking it for, what is that, a month and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I made that. I've had success with it in the past, but the thing is, here at RadioU, we have, your old-fashioned drip coffee maker.
Yeah. Is that not what you use at home?
No, I know some coffee purists will hate this, but I have a Keurig.
Okay.
So I put my own coffee in a little Keurig cup and then brew it every morning. I don't just buy the cups.
Sure.
But that's pretty foolproof. You put 2 scoops in the little cup and then
you feel like the Keurig coffee, what you have going at home with the Keurig coffee machine is better than what you're getting out of the drip coffee here.
I don't know if it's better, but it's more convenient. And since usually I'm the only person in my apartment that drinks coffee, you only need to brew a cup at a time.
Yeah, no, so I get it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm rolling with.
Okay.
And so then I get here, and the scoop is a different size, and it's a different kind of coffee, and it's a drip coffee maker. I'm making a big batch, so all I can say is, and I haven't tasted it yet, I can't speak to the taste of this coffee yet, and it's not based off of the roast, it's not based off of the beans, it's just based off of my coffee prowess.
You know what? I think it tastes okay.
Okay, good.
Did you drink any of it yet?
Not yet. No.
Okay, like I mean, it's hot, but like, yeah, no, I think it's fine. It's not blowing me away, but it's not bad.
I think I did a good job.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I will also say that I was going to make coffee at home, and then it's like, why make it at home when we have it at work for free? I'm going to be there. So, taking advantage of the system. But I have a mug here at work, a Contigo, like one of those vacuum sealed ones.
Yeah.
And I thought, I can't use that this morning. I've got to bring a different mug from home because that will make my coffee. It'll keep it too hot. I won't be able to drink it until like 2 hours into the show.
It's a good call.
I gotta go with a lesser mug just so I can drink it as soon as I want to.
Yeah, I just poured it in a cup, which I'm not really supposed to do, especially when I'm sitting over here by the board. But I thought you did a good job. You see, this is the kind of discussion that Nikki and I will never really have because Hudson and I both really care about coffee.
We do.
And, of course, Nikki doesn't drink coffee. I don't know how Nikki does it. She just comes in here and drinks water.
Ugh.
And it's just, like, awake.
What kind of nutrients do you get from that?
Nothing. It's completely neutral. There's just nothing to it at all.
Do you believe, I'm sure you could find this somewhere, caffeinated water?
Why? What
because
would be the point?
You don't like coffee, you don't like tea, you don't like all these different various things, or maybe you just don't want all the other stuff that comes with that, but you need the caffeine to get through the day. So caffeinated water.
Man, somebody that drinks caffeinated water, that just feels like somebody that not only hates society, but hates everyone else, too. They're just like, you know what? Keep your stupid coffee and soda. I want water.
Well, we have natural ways of getting our caffeine, and you choose to shun them in favor of water.
Yeah, I want to chemically add this to my water.
Right. That's not healthy.
Ever grab milk right out of the fridge to pour in your cereal, only to realize that your stupid roommate left an empty carton in the fridge? That emptiness is nothing compared to how you're about to feel. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Hudson, what is this about Bojangles?
Have you ever had Bojangles chicken? Easy for me to say.
Yes.
Is it
Dude,
good?
Oh my
I've
gosh.
never had it.
Yes, it is good. I love Bojangles is like a chicken thing in southeastern United States.
Yeah.
So the last time I had it was in Tennessee, I think. I'd never had it before, but I made a real point of like, okay, I've heard people talk about Bojangles. I want to go and try it out. So I went and had a honey butter chicken biscuit at Bojangles.
I like the sound of that.
It was spectacular. And here's the other thing I appreciate. You go to like McDonald's or wherever, and they're always so pretentious with their stuff in the morning. They're like, hey, you know what you really need? You need to have hash browns. And I'm like, man, I don't want hash browns. I want some French fries. Bojangles will give you French fries.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
With your breakfast. 5 o'clock in the morning, have some French fries.
I love places that let you have burgers in the morning. That's because who made the rules? Anyways, we need to talk about Bojangles.
Okay, so what's the deal?
How much would you pay for it?
Right now?
Yeah.
If there was a guy at the door right now that said, give me some money and I'll give you Bojangles, I feel like I could pay as much as $5 for a honey chicken biscuit.
$5.
Is that not enough?
If you're going to a football game in Carolina, the Carolina Panthers, and you want to eat Bojangles in the stadium, $5 isn't going to get you anything.
That's $15 for a bite of biscuit.
Right.
Just a bite.
There was a guy who was taking a stand against that. What he did was he filled a backpack. He's got like a clear plastic backpack, and he filled it up with Bojangles chicken, and he's like, I'm not going to pay the inside the stadium prices. I'm making my own way. Now, apparently...
I'm looking at a picture of the clear backpack full of Bojangles. Is that like, what is that at the bottom? Maybe it's just a reflection. So it's just chicken, right?
I think so.
Oh
I think that
gosh.
backpack has one intention, one use, and that is to shuttle Bojangles chicken in and out of the stadium.
Okay, so dude fills up the backpack. Did they let him go in with it?
That's what I'm looking at it now, and like as the story goes on, it's like actually maybe he didn't go in with it. So that is like if he's just tailgating outside eating Bojangles, that's not nearly as cool.
It's
just
not.
Putting it in a backpack. Not as cool as taking it in and sticking it to the man.
Yeah, we can't get to maybe. Yeah, it doesn't actually say whether or not he actually managed to get it into the stadium. Yeah. I will say, well, it's not like you guys don't know this, but anytime you go to a sporting event, food, unless it's dime a dog night,
right.
like food is just absurd.
Right.
It is absurd. Concerts are the same way, which, I mean, a lot of time concerts happen in sporting event places. And they're
Right.
Yeah, we got these nachos. They're $30.
Right.
But they come in this cup, and you can keep the cup. Really? How much do you think I care about this?
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Anybody who can afford a ticket surely wouldn't mind paying this much for nachos.
I spent all my money on this ticket, dude. I can't imagine they would let that dude bring that food in.
No, I don't think so either.
They never do that.
And, there's actually real security. It's not like a movie theater. There's actually real security at sporting events. So, plus, he's just, showing it off.
Yeah.
So there's no way he got in with that, actually.
Yeah, you know what I always do? I'm just I'd take a Cliff Bar or something, hope for the best, maybe get some soda in there. But even that, they're 32-ounce soda, $20. Refills are only $5. Man, what a savings.
Worst of the riot, not enough? Not enough. Check the blog and all things Riot at riot.radiou.com.
There is a guy, he's a prison guard in Florida who is in trouble because he was basically trying to do what the Bojangles guy was doing, but on an institutional level.
Okay.
He's a prison guard. He was sneaking McDonald's into prison and, they'd smuggle it in and sell it to the inmates, I guess.
Yes.
Trade it for favors, sell it for inmates, things like that.
Since that would be hard to obtain in prison, it's cheap to buy outside, you might be able to, drive your prices up, make a pretty good margin on that.
Okay. Get a load of this. The person they smuggled the chicken wings to allegedly paid $500 for McDonald's lemon pepper chicken wings and a quarter pounder.
I've never heard of that.
$500 to get their hands on.
Wow.
That's kind of tempting, right? If somebody was hey, $500 if you can get me that. Woo.
I feel like that I can't blame the prison guard for taking a chance, on that. He's making a good at least $490 just smuggling chicken.
Oh, dude. So the whole idea was the way they busted him was apparently on this one, they had a posting where they were offering, was this on Craigslist or I'm not sure where it was, but basically hey, $1,000 and a cell phone. I want you to smuggle this into, I'll pay you $1,000 to smuggle a cell phone into the jail for a friend of mine, whatever. And the police, actually, it was a sting operation. They posted that. The guy responded to it. And that's where they ended up arresting him. And that's how they found out that he was bringing cheeseburgers in, $500 a pop.
Yeah, Craigslist probably not the best way to go about that.
Amazing.
It's crazy. I mean, I'd love to know how that criminal had to happen to have $500 to be able to pay for that. Yeah. But it's funny you bring this up because I was watching Making a Murderer, the second season just came out on Netflix. Uh-huh. And the one guy that has been in jail, they were talking about what's your first meal? Because I think he was getting out. And he's I really want to have, he said it was very important that he had French fries in that meal because you can't get, I guess he can't get French fries, at least not good French fries in prison. Okay. So, I guess it's important. I don't know if it's the food is so bad, I'm sure it is, or just you miss the real McDonald's French fries so much when you're in prison. What is it?
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. I want you to think about it because you can either right now go to facebook.com/RadioU. I posted the story. You can tell us if you were going to have food smuggled into prison, what would it be?
There you go.
Or you can text us 8772-RadioU because, Hudson, I want to know. Obviously, your price tag we figured out is around $500. Right. But I want to know what food it is you're willing to pay that for.
Leftovers from the most disgusting meal you've ever had. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
So we've got a couple that is in trouble in Florida because they were smuggling contraband into the jail. But listen, $500 is what people were paying them to bring in a quarter pounder.
Right. One sandwich.
$500. I'm with Hudson. I might be willing to try.
Yeah.
To sneak a little something in for you.
What is the punishment?
If you want to know the truth, I don't know what could happen. But the question I've got for you, Hudson, is if if you're in prison, let's forget about the price tag for just a minute, because the price tag is probably a little more than I wouldn't pay $500 for just about anything.
Right.
So what would you be willing to in prison? You're like, man, I got to have this. What would be the thing you think you missed the most?
I feel like we were talking about chicken earlier. I'm feeling some Popeyes.
Okay.
Popeyes might be good.
Oh, my gosh. Popeyes is the worst,
No,
dude.
it is not.
It is the worst.
I wanted to have this debate with you when we were talking about Bojangles.
Oh, my gosh. Popeyes is
become
the worst.
a Popeyes disciple.
How? Where did this even happen?
There was one time the Popeyes was like the only
How long ago?
A couple months.
Okay.
A couple months ago.
All right.
Popeyes was the only restaurant in town. It was in the area. It was a bad area, by the way. And there was only Popeyes. I don't know if that's connected, but I had the Popeyes, and I was like, all these other times I've had Popeyes, which wasn't that many, but I had never liked it before. This time they did something different. So then I gave them another chance, and every time.
I don't think you
every
did
time
give them
they've
another.
delivered.
I don't think
Yes.
you gave them another chance. I think out of sheer desperation, you were like, "There's nowhere to eat. I'll eat at this Popeyes."
Yeah, but what I'm saying is after that, I kept giving them. It's like they earned my trust on that one, so I'll give them another shot. And every time since then, it's been great. Definitely better than KFC. KFC would hate to hear that. I'm sorry, but
all right.
Popeyes is better.
I won't accept that. It's not better than KFC, but KFC is not as good as KFC used to be.
Okay.
So that's one of those things where I feel like KFC is just like shockingly inconsistent when it comes to chicken. Like you could get, who the heck even knows what you're going to get when you go to KFC. Like if you go and KFC is really good, it's really good.
It is really good.
But it's either really good or it's awful. That seems to be the only two ways that they can make. But Popeyes is the worst.
No, it is not. When was the last time you had Popeyes?
I don't know. I blacked out and I woke up several days later, so it's hard to be sure. No, I'll tell you the last time I had Popeyes. We had somebody that worked here, and they, birthday lunch.
Right.
You get to dictate
Did they really
where
pick
you go.
Popeyes?
They picked Popeyes.
You got to be kidding. I love Popeyes. That shocks me, though.
That was their choice.
Wow.
They wanted to make everybody have Popeyes chicken.
Wow.
So we went and we had Popeyes, and it was just like, nope.
That is shocking. That is unbelievable.
No.
I like Popeyes, but I don't know that the atmosphere inside is like what I would want to subject everybody to. The plastic benches and Zydeco music and whatever. I don't know if that's a birthday lunch. You get in, you get out at Popeyes.
I'm not going to lie. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Because then we also went to this really creepy ice cream shop. But it was full of clowns.
Ugh. Yeah, that's a problem. That doesn't sound fun to me at all.
It was weird.
Except for eating at Popeyes.
It was weird. No, the Popeyes thing is wrong.
If you were offended or disgusted by anything Obadiah said this morning,
If you weren't so dumb, I might be offended.
you must be new. You'll get used to it. The Riot on Radio U.
And I'll tell you what, you guys are pretty opinionated about what kind of food you'd be looking for in prison. It's almost like you had the answer a little too ready when Hudson and I asked. There's a couple in Florida. They're busted. He's a prison guard. He was getting paid $500 to smuggle McDonald's in to prison.
Right.
Amazing. So Andy says he'd pay good money for Chick-fil-A sauce if he was in prison.
Just the sauce.
He says he wants a tub, though, not packets.
Oh, yeah. They do have that.
Yeah, but that's a pretty tall order for me to, I'm trying to smuggle food into prison to you, and you want a tub. It's going to come in packets.
Have you seen the tub before? It's
No.
like a disc. It's like the size of... It's just a disc.
Okay.
It's
so,
not like huge. At least if he's talking about the standard issue Chick-fil-A sauce tub they sell there.
I think he's saying the packet is what you're calling the tub. When he says tub to me, I'm thinking like a gallon bucket.
Well, yeah.
That's what I see.
Tub has that implication, but packets are just the little things. Then they have a tub for catering that you can just buy if you want.
Okay.
That's what that technically would be a tub, I guess.
Okay, you're talking about the catering tub.
Yeah.
All right, I forgot that even existed.
Yeah, I think we're getting bogged down a little bit, though. You know?
It's because it's Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah,
because
you
got to
take it seriously.
All right, so these are all text messages. You can get into 877-2-RADIO-U. Zach says he wants Little Debbie's Swiss cake rolls and or a pizza. Swiss cake rolls, I feel like that's a good choice. Andrew works at a correctional institution. He says you could get 5 years in prison for smuggling things in.
What?
I got to tell you what, risk reward, $500, not worth 5 years in prison.
Yeah, I guess not.
Jim, look at that. He's on team Popeyes, Hudson.
Yes.
He says Popeyes rocks.
Yes.
Jerome says Popeyes is heads and tails above KFC.
Yeah.
Man, Ken says, dude, I worked at Popeyes for 45 minutes and quit. Cross-contamination was on the menu.
Well, look.
Dude, your response, well, you know.
Okay. I'm so, you know, one of the things I hate hearing is just how any restaurant and their food preparation, if they haven't been caught, I think I'm okay with it.
That's all you need. You're like, listen, what I don't know can't hurt me.
If they haven't been
don't
caught,
tell me about it.
If I haven't gotten sick from it, if nobody else has gotten sick from it, you know, then because you could, one, it's a chain. You can go on an individual basis. There, that could have been a bad Popeyes. Every other Popeyes could be fine. But you just never know. You never know.
Very defensive, Hudson. Jason says Hudson's right. Popeyes is better than KFC. As far as what I would have smuggled in, would it be a city barbecue pulled pork sandwich with fries and corn pudding?
Barbecue is always a good choice.
That sounds good. Kyle says, I have to agree with Obi. Popeyes chickens is flavorless tissue paper.
Well, you have to get the spicy.
Caleb. This is Caleb. If I was going to pay $500 for food in prison, it would have to be something like a steak or snow crab. Dude, we are never going to get a snow crab.
No. You know what you need to do is just get on death row.
So that's the only way you're getting it. Yeah. It's your last meal.
Yep.
Dude, last meal, that's like a whole other discussion. Like we didn't have time to get into everything that would be in my last meal.
Oh, yeah. But don't they I remember hearing things about how they really limit the last meal now because people would just get too extravagant or whatever. So they kind of made it more difficult on you.
Yeah, that's good. The place that the government really needs to cut back is last meals.
Right.
That's what's killing the national debt right there.
You're hearing it for the first time, and it sounds terrible.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Kyle, you're the first one of the morning, but not the first one of the weekend. I had so many people that were texting over the weekend. You guys hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Everybody wants to know, where is Nikki? Kyle says, hey, bro, is Nikki okay? Not that we don't love Hudson. Well, here's the deal, Kyle. Nikki is fine. Nikki is on vacation. And it's the thing is, I keep saying that, and people are like, oh, yeah. She's on vacation.
I know what that means.
Right. Mm-hmm. So whatever. Nikki
how convenient she takes a vacation right after she says something offensive.
Yeah, because Nikki's so offensive, guys. Yeah,
I'm sure if you go back to the last show, somebody would be like, that's the reason she's suspended.
We got so frustrated with her foul mouth that we gave Nikki a 2-week suspension.
To think about what she's done.
Think about what you've done, Nikki. No, Nikki is on vacation. She's going to be back 2 weeks from today, which is Monday, November 12th, I think it is.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll get a load of this. Do you know, Hudson, that I think, I'll have to go back and check my calendar, but it is either Monday the 12th or Tuesday the 13th that we will be recording the RadioU Christmas channel.
I was wondering about that. It's getting to be that time of year.
It is, because Thanksgiving is super early this year. November 1st is this Thursday, which means that Thanksgiving this year happens on the 22nd.
Yeah.
That's the earliest possible Thanksgiving, at least in America.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
So that means that in order for us to have the Christmas channel ready for you, which we launch it on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we're just a couple of weeks away from working on that.
Wow. I can't, I kind of can't believe you guys haven't gotten it done already. And the only reason I say that is because I have a neighbor, I swear to you, he already has his Christmas tree up, and I'm like, I bet he wishes he had the Christmas channel to put his tree up.
You know what? Okay, here's my theory. Don't you think you could do Christmas for Halloween? Like, you could. Like, because everybody dresses up or whatever. You got trick-or-treaters coming over. You go ahead, deck your house out for Christmas.
Yeah.
Answer the door dressed as Santa Claus or whatever, and hand out candy.
I mean, I think you could get away with it.
See, I feel like it's a twofer. You could get all of that done. Your house is all set for Christmas. And if people are like, what are you doing? You're like, no, man, look, it's Halloween. Trick or treat. Here's some candy. Woo!
Are you trying to talk yourself into that?
maybe a little. Like,
Yeah.
I've just straight up thought about it, where I was like, dude, you could so do this and it would work. And I'm sorry, everybody, it would be way better than some of the just creepy stuff that you people have in your yards.
Yeah,
right
that's for sure.
I'm telling you, that early morning run that I do before the show a couple times a week, some of the people in the neighborhood, I'm like, dang.
I never.
What is this?
Yeah, I never have gone in like a the Spirit Halloween stores or whatever.
Yeah.
But I watched a video of somebody walking through one of those.
Yeah.
It is just horrible, and that's in a store, department store, lighting and everything. All the stuff they have in there, and it's like, who wants these creepy things? Why do you want this in your yard? I don't understand it.
People are into it. Like, for me, I'm like, when it's trick or treat day, I'm like, hey, we're having fun.
Right. Or hang up one of those the ghost with streamers on them in a tree.
Like, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'll just tell you, when I'm out alone, running in the dark, some of that stuff you guys have in your yards are
The
creepy.
motion sensors.
It's real. It
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Though I will say again, I think that, Christmas for Halloween, man, we could just go ahead and get the jump on it. I'm Santa. You want candy? Jolly Fat Man has candy.
The riot used to be 3 people.
Please tell me we're not discussing video games again.
The other guy didn't make it. It's the riot.
I'm not crazy. We just got a text from Garrett in Pataskala, Hudson. He says that he and his wife went as Santa and Mrs. Claus for Halloween.
There you go.
Boom! I'm putting the Christmas tree up. I'm putting it in the yard.
Can I say?
That'd be really weird.
Maybe the Mrs. Claus maybe pokes a hole in this theory, but if you go to like a Halloween party dressed as Santa, maybe people might think you're just a little lazy. Like you didn't want to go out and actually get a costume. You already had the Santa costume lying around, so you just went with that.
But I don't feel like that sounds fine, because there is laziness. There's both a laziness and some economy involved, because I'm talking about a 2 for holiday.
That's true.
I am trying to figure out a way to celebrate 2 holidays to reduce both my outlay financially and my effort, because I'm trying to conserve. I almost think, I'd say the effort is worth more than the money, but I don't know if that's true. But man, think about it. You could give out like Christmas cookies, and then you freeze the ones you don't use, and you get them out at Christmas.
That's
Boom!
taking it to another level.
I'm telling you, you got to go all in.
How can we incorporate Christmas into every other holiday of the year?
Well-
I mean, it's going to be a little more difficult, going to require a little more thought. If you
Well-
want to make July 4th Christmassy.
That's not a problem, actually, because what you do is you wear your Santa costume, but you just have like some, what do you call it? Like red, white, and blue boxers.
Okay.
No problem. It's like your
and then
Santa.
and a button that says, I want you, and you're like, I'm Uncle Sam. No, I don't know. It's going to try to tie Uncle Sam and Santa together. I'm sure you can do it.
Uncle
Just
Santa.
lost it. Obviously.
You just Sam slash ta.
Yeah.
You're like Uncle Samta. It's totally fine. And dude, man, I love that crossover right there. Uncle Sam is actually Santa.
Yeah.
Santa was in the North
Wow.
Pole, and he was afraid of seeing he was tired of seeing all the oppression that was taking place around the world.
Yeah.
And he was like, what this world needs is a constitutional republic. And he just came down south, and
Yes.
he didn't act. He just inspired others to act.
Right.
So that's how he ended
that's a
up
fairy
on the
tale
poster
for
like
you.
that. Dude,
You know,
it's fantastic.
What I was thinking was Uncle Christmas, because, Santa's father Christmas, so he is like Uncle Sam, Uncle Christmas.
Okay, Uncle Santa.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm telling you.
Now, how about Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day is easy, because with Cupid, all you got to do is put a Santa hat on him, and you're done. Plus, it's already red, so you just go ahead and, okay, this Christmas, when you buy all that candy that's red and green, pull the red out. Pull
Just
all
save
the red, like all
red
the
M&Ms, red
Hershey Kisses.
Yep.
You just save them out, and then when Valentine's Day comes up, you're like, woo! Look at that! I got all this candy. It's red. It's perfect.
And you can even tie July 4th in, because you can just use the I Want You button from July 4th and use that for Valentine's Day as well.
Exactly that.
It's all one big holiday.
You just got little bits of tape that you cover up on the button.
Yeah.
So, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. You just pull the tape off, and all of a sudden it's like, I want you, and that's the Valentine's one.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to vote,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden that's an election day thing.
Yeah.
Man, Dude, don't worry about it. I got it covered. I'm saving money and
This
time.
is an industry that we just need to create.
We do.
Yeah.
The Uber holiday, like
Right.
the ultimate holiday, and you just spread it out across the year.
We've got it.
Perfect.
Your morning, but without yelling, laughing, or music.
Don't deprive me of that.
We wouldn't dream of it. It's The Riot on Radio U.
So, Hudson, this was the weekend that a lot of people, they didn't dress up as Mr. Claus. They dressed up as Mr. whatever the heck the cowboy's name is from Red Dead Redemption
Red.
2. Red. His name's not Red. It's it's not Marston. That was the other guy. I don't know. Whatever. But this weekend is when that came out. Does that interest you at all?
Yes.
It does. Did
Yes.
you play the first one?
No.
Okay, me either. I have
But-
it. I borrowed it from Eric, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'll play it. And then I played it for like 10 minutes, and then I didn't play anymore.
This, maybe, because here's the thing. I know you're probably going to ask about, like, are you going to get it, or did you get it already?
Yeah.
You did get it.
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
So you're going to ask about, should you get the first one? Now I'm going to think, should I get, or no, you're going to ask, should you get the second? I'm thinking, should I get the first? Because I can't afford the second one. But
Yeah.
should I get the first one and play
Well,
it?
the affording thing is a good question. Well, first off, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel.
Okay.
So everyone's saying you can play it having
Right.
not played the first one.
Sure.
So that's the thing. Though the first one is backwards compatible on the Xbox One.
Right.
So
That's what
if
I'm thinking.
You can go out there and pick it up. I've seen it for between $5 and $10.
Yeah.
And you could play the first one. And a lot of people are saying that as far as playing goes, the first one and the second one, they're a lot alike. Mm-hmm. Now, haven't played either one really, so I don't really know. But here's the thing that got me is I do have, you guys know it's a long established fact, I've got my Black Friday envelope.
Right.
I'm saving it for Black Friday. And so my thought has been that maybe I would get Red Dead Redemption 2 on Black Friday.
Okay.
But I've done a little digging around, and apparently Rockstar, the company that made Red Dead Redemption, they basically don't put their games on sale forever. Like anywhere from 6 months to a year after it releases, including some people say Black Friday.
Right.
If you go back and look at their games when they release, Black Friday comes around, nope. No sale, no discount, no nothing. So I did some digging and I was like, well, yeah, but I got this coupon from Best Buy that was 25% off, and they were like, it's good on video games, movies, and like a few other things.
Right.
And I was like, sweet, well, maybe I'll just use
Glimmer
this.
of light there.
You look down in the like excluded items.
Yep.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, come on.
This week, Target is running their like yearly thing where they're like they do a buy two get one. They do it every year, like towards the end of October, and then like towards the end of November, Best Buy will do this. So it's like buy 2 movies get 1 free, buy 2 games get 1 free.
Right.
Like they've got a bunch of stuff that way.
So let me guess.
There's one exclusion.
Of course there is.
Red Dead Redemption 2
I think
is excluded.
if you want it, you're just going to have to go ahead and buy it now.
It's going to end up being full price.
Why wait and still pay full price after Black Friday when you can pay full price right now?
Well, here's what I was thinking is that, we were just talking about a holiday, about a jolly fat man that, for Halloween hands out candy, but for Christmas
hands out video games.
So I was thinking maybe that I would reach out to him and say, hey, late in December, I know a guy. I'm not going to say he's been good, but I'm also not going to say he's been overly naughty.
Maybe he needs a little redemption.
Maybe he does. Maybe he needs somebody to come along and show him how to be redeemed.
Yeah.
So I think that might be what happens.
Yeah. You have to wait 2 months. Oh my.
I think I could probably wait.
You probably won't even want it by then.
You remember that time you started your morning with a gas station breakfast sandwich and immediately regretted it? Yeah, it's like that. The Riot. Radio U.
Now, over the weekend, I didn't see anybody super concerned when I wasn't here on Friday.
No.
Everybody's like, where's Nikki? Obadiah takes the day off. We don't care.
Whatever.
I did take Friday off because I went to see Mystery Science Theater 3000 live.
I want to say that if we weren't doing a show,
yes,
that would have been the first thing. Like I would have, we've been hanging out for a little bit. I would have asked you first thing, but I was like, I don't want to hear about it twice.
Sure.
So I want to wait till we get to it in the show.
So I went, they're doing a touring show right now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't involve Patton Oswalt and what's the girl's name? Red hair.
I don't remember her name either.
I keep wanting to call her Kanga. That's her name on the show. But she, they're not there. It is Jonah and the original guy, Joel.
Yes.
And then the two robots who are not voiced by the same people. They have different people doing the robots.
Yes.
But they're not just doing the voices. They're puppeteers. So they're doing the voices and running the puppets. And so I just wasn't really sure what to expect out of it. So you go in, set up. I sprung for VIP tickets.
Wow.
But
did you get to meet him or something?
No.
Oh.
Okay, well, it's
Some
funny.
VIP.
You don't know going in what you're in for. So there were 3 tiers of VIP. The first tier, you did get to meet them. The second tier, I may have also involved a meeting, but they were all sold out. So I got the third tier, which put me on the floor in the 5th row.
Nice.
Dead center, 5th row. And so amazing seats for it, which was cool. And I got a poster or something like that.
Yeah.
5 rows back, they just kind of come out. They weren't really, I wondered just to what extent they would play up hey, we're actually on the satellite of love, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And you know what? I don't think we've explained it. If you don't know what it is, Mystery Science Theater is that show. It's on Netflix now. You also catch reruns on various places.
Yeah.
But
there's a whole channel for it. I love this. On Pluto TV, it's an app for Roku, at least. I don't know if you can get it other places. And they have a whole Mystery Science Theater channel that just is constantly playing different episodes. It's amazing.
I did not know that was a thing.
I turn to that constantly. And it's all free, by the way.
So there's a guy and 2 robots, and they're making fun of really bad old movies.
Right.
And so I went and saw them do this live. And what they did was they had the stage set up like they were on the Satellite of Love, and the storyline was, hey, we've lost contact with Moon 14, and so as a result, we are it's just us. The bad guys aren't around, whatever.
Right.
So they end up watching the movie. They watched Deathstalker 2.
Okay.
And it was hysterical.
Really?
Absolutely hysterical. In fact, I kept thinking to myself, man, I wish that I could watch it again.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard. And it was so great to be there with other people who also thought that it was really funny.
Right.
And so just the environment. The other thing that was interesting about the crowd is you had 2 kinds of people there.
Okay.
You had adults that had showed up alone, but there was a ton of people that brought their kids.
Wow.
Tons of people there with kids.
Yeah.
And the people that didn't bring kids were mad that there were kids there. And they were very vocal about how mad they were.
Wow.
But what's funny was they did a question and answer session with the robots. So the robots just came out, but the only people that would ask any questions were the kids. And I expected them to not to basically all right, we're not gonna no kids, whatever. Dude, they let as many kids as they wanted ask questions, and the robots' responses were hysterical.
That sounds awesome.
Hysterical. It was almost I'm glad there aren't any adults asking questions. These kids' questions are dumb, but they're very funny.
Yeah, they set you up perfectly, right? As a robot.
The responses were hysterical. I don't typically go in for live shows like that.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
No, that seems
totally
like
worth it.
It would be something that would work out really well as a live show. I would be very interested to check it out.
That was basically my birthday present. So I went with a friend, drove to Cleveland, and saw them there, and it was great. And I'll tell you this, they go on tour next year, I'm totally doing it again. Yeah. Not even a question in my mind. I would totally go see that live again.
Let's go together.
All right, let's do it.
Yes.
I'm in. Let's do it.
RadioU road trip.
Yes, let's do that.
Turn it up loud enough and your neighbors will call the cops. Because it's obviously a cry for help. It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
It's getting real, guys. It's getting real. So Zach is joining us in the studio, though he's not quite. Have you got a mic over there, Zach?
He's working on it.
Okay. All right. So
I get headphones over here.
What we're doing is, Hudson, lay it out for me, man. Sports fight. What happened?
On Friday, we do this every Friday, Zach and I. We pick 5 football games between college and the NFL. And how it works is the loser gets punished, right? Because they're not as good at picking football.
Right.
They lost.
For the first time this season, I lost.
Okay.
So this is my first time getting punished.
You didn't just lose.
Yeah.
You lost bad.
I lost pretty badly.
All of your picks.
No, I didn't. Just got something right.
What's
one?
the one
I
that
don't
you...
know.
Which one?
I don't know. One of the ones we picked the same.
Wait.
No, I guess I got them
No.
all wrong.
You got them all wrong.
No, I picked Oklahoma State to beat Texas.
That was your one upset that
Yes.
we just.
Thank
whatever.
you.
Okay,
1
fine.
for 5.
Okay.
So all that being said, now I deserve this. I came up with this punishment, and it's coming back to clip me.
Okay.
Because I have to clip Zach's toenails.
So that's it. Like your idea that you wanted to, if you lost, which you did.
I did.
You wanted to clip Zach's toenails.
Well, I thought I would win. Is the
Okay.
thing. I hadn't lost yet, so I was just coming up
thought
with all
I
these
would have to do
dastardly.
it.
I had all these dastardly ideas. I thought I'll never lose. Zach is gonna just have to clip my toenails. Gonna get a little pedicure out of the deal. It's gonna be great.
Well,
and here we are
Now
now.
I'm the one getting the pedicure.
Right.
It's my first ever pedicure.
You could probably
so
use it more
thanks.
than me. So
Got it.
There's only one way to find out.
So here's the other question that I have about this
Yeah.
is like, would you, how far would you be willing to escalate the game? Like, what if I'm trying to figure out what would be the flip side, but what if you had to bite his toenails off?
You know, I wouldn't even appreciate that.
Why? No, come on, man. It's perfect. Like, you want to talk about some real punishment. You have to bite Zach's toenails.
you want to do double or nothing? Loser bites.
No.
I mean, I haven't lost, so I'm pretty confident next week I can come back and get a win. And I'll
This
get
is
out of
why
this.
Obadiah is not on our show. Because
Yeah.
stuff like this would happen.
No, well, hey, whatever it is. Okay, so if you guys want to see this, go for it. You can see
Gonna
it right now.
Take your foot off or take your sock. Oh, Lordy!
Lovely.
It's worse than I thought.
Hairy foot.
Dude, you know what? That looks like a fairly normal. Facebook.com/radio. You can see it.
Unfortunately,
normal.
it is a very normal foot.
What?
How many nails do I have to do? Like, legitimately.
Just get this big one here.
The big one, and we'll call it good?
No.
What if I cut it all jagged? Are you going to be mad?
Yeah.
I feel like
I'll
you.
actually
Because
go
then
to
you'll have to bite it off
I feel like you need to
Bites
do
them
at
off.
least 2 toenails. Because all morning you have said toenails.
Yeah, you're
not
right.
toenail. Okay?
Hudson, my foot's been waiting.
So
Let me just get
Stop
this over with.
stalling.
Let me get it over with.
yeah,
Here we
come
go.
on, let's see it. Like Hudson. Hudson.
you want the big one?
Wait, you know what we need to do?
The big
wait,
one
wait,
is the
wait, wait, wait.
longest.
I want to pick up. I want to get a super close shot of
dear
this.
Lord.
I want to
Let's do it.
really see what's going on. That's as far as it'll go.
Here we go.
Move it over.
It looks
right.
good.
Zach, I mean your feet look
not that
okay.
bad.
Though
They're not that
your
bad.
toenails are a little dirty.
I'm afraid I'm going to cut your foot.
I know, it's...
That's what
Hud-
I'm
no,
Stabilize
Hudson,
it.
you need to put your hand on Zach's
you
foot.
kinda have to
Steady
do
his,
that.
steady his foot.
Yeah,
Let me get my
That's
mic closer.
you're gonna have to.
Oh, I don't like this. This is a terrible punishment. This is a terrible punishment.
Come on, clip it.
Yeah. All right.
Now you gotta pull it
It's
off
gonna
with
be-
your fingers. Use your fingers.
So
Where's the
professional.
trash can?
Don't put it on the desk. Don't put it on the desk.
You're going to have to file that down. That wasn't part of the punishment. Filing was not part of the punishment.
Now it's all jagged.
Yep. Hey, this is what you get.
Dude, what?
Oh, you get one clip. Good job, Hudson.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That was horrible.
No, he's got
I
to
don't
do
feel
another one.
Oh, come on. I will say.
I said 2. You said
Okay, fine.
toenails.
Fine, let's
you
just do
said
it.
toenails.
Let's just do it. Which one do you want, Zach?
Which one's longer? I think the pinky's longer.
The pinky. This one is fraught with danger right here. You're
Yeah,
taking,
dude, you're gonna take his toe clean off, and it's gonna be so awesome. You gotta reach out and you just
Perfect for
just
October.
caress.
There we go.
All right.
You just
Mini
caress
trim.
his foot. I
Yeah.
can't see it.
It's a little tiny.
Well, it was.
wait, hold on.
It's okay.
Can you
and just
see
to
that?
be clear, like
it's so
somebody,
small you can't even see it.
This
All
was
right,
his
look.
first one, right?
Here's,
Yeah.
Let's get the
all
trash
right.
can.
All right, here's the trash can. It's coming over. It's coming. You know what's amazing? Like, you guys are such better friends now. Like, you're such better friends
Are
because.
we? Are we
well,
really?
you know what? Like, here's the thing is, like, up until now, if we had played Never Have I Ever,
Here, you can have these toenail clippers.
you would
by
be
the
able
way.
to say, like, never have I ever touched Zach's feet. But now,
Now you can.
if you play that game, you can't say that.
Hudson, our relationship is now to another level.
It is. We're closer.
I'm impressed. Hudson's got antibacterial
These
wipes.
are for my hands first, and then we'll do the counter next.
You know what, Hudson? Why don't you wash Zach's feet with those? Go ahead. Just
I want to give Zach
should.
a compliment, or at least like I thought his feet would be sweaty, right? I think I get pretty sweaty feet even after a little time wearing shoes and socks. His feet pretty dry.
Okay.
You using odor eaters or something?
Why that?
It's natural. All natural.
Naturally dry feet.
Well, you know what? I didn't know we were going to do this when I woke up this morning, and kudos to both of you for just making my day. It's been wonderful, right? And hey, if you haven't seen it, this will be on our YouTube channel later. If you want a good look at Zach's feet, or again, you can catch us Facebook.com/RadioU. Zach, thanks for taking such good care of your feet, man.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
Get that file out. Fix that big nail.
Hey, when you see those feet, ladies, he's available. All right?
Believe it or not, the Riot doesn't have an endorsement deal with Nabisco. They just keep talking about all the new Oreo flavors for free. It's the Riot on Radio U.
I will tell you that right now we are live on Facebook. So if you want to see what's going to happen in just a couple of minutes, you want to do that right now. So you, Hudson, lost.
Yes.
And Zach won.
I lost our sports fights picks, our football picks for the first time this season. And so as a result, Zach is going to come down here. He's going to whip out his foot. I'm going to cut his toenails.
Well, that feels
hopefully they're like pretty well maintained and I won't have a lot of work to do.
Well, how do you feel like Zach does in other areas of his life as far as hygiene and maintenance?
He's always got his hair taken care of pretty well.
That is true.
So that's a good sign. He usually smells all right.
Okay.
That's two good signs.
At two signs, I'm starting to wonder why you notice all these things about Zach. But
Well, Zach and I share an office, too.
That's true,
so
actually.
I would notice if he smelled bad, I think.
Yeah.
And,
that's true.
you can always see his hair. That's pretty much as far. He's always, dressed. So that's
Hudson,
three things.
Hudson, your hygiene ideas are next level. Like, seriously, like you've really got it down. So, all right, up in just a couple of minutes, we're going to spend time with Zach and Hudson and find out who lost what and why Hudson is going to get punished. And if you want to see Hudson touching Zach's feet, let's just make it weird, right? That's going to be right now live on Facebook, facebook.com/RadioU.
Nikki and Obadiah. Obadiah and Nikki.
Love, hate, hate, love.
All right, everyone in, let's go.
It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Hudson, I need to ask you a question.
Yes.
How excited are you about animated comedy?
I've got a few animated comedies.
Doesn't
I like.
sound strong, man. Doesn't sound strong.
Well, I mean, a lot of them are pretty bad.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Okay.
But, I mean, you could say that about any genre of TV right now. Most of it's pretty bad.
Okay, that's fair. Well,
So I don't want to cast aspersions on one genre.
Okay, so there's one.
Yep.
Here's two. Let me ask you this. What do you think about Star Trek?
I'm a Star Trek fan.
Okay.
Sure. I haven't watched more than an episode and a half of the new Star Trek show, but I'm a Star Trek.
I thought Star Trek Discovery was
a casual fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. I didn't think it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was okay.
Tell me again, how did you get access to it?
I waited till it was over. Then I did their 7-day free thing, and I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Thereby beating the system. Yeah.
That'll show them.
That'll teach them.
That's how we should watch all TV, is just like wait for a series to end and then watch it in a 7-day block so that you have a lot of pressure to finish it.
You're off on a totally different topic, but
Yeah.
I do and don't agree with you.
Yeah.
Because something that I have noticed is like I've been stretching shows out. Like instead of watching them 2-3 episodes at a time, even I've been watching like one and done. Like watch an episode of one thing, an episode of something else, an episode of something else.
Yeah.
And what I found
That's not how you should do it, right?
Well, no, actually, I found that I have way more of a stomach for TV in general when I don't watch 5 hours of the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually more, that variety makes me way more interested than the feeling of like Daredevil comes out with 13 episodes. And I feel like if I don't dedicate 13 hours of my life to Daredevil in 2 days, then what's the point in even watching it? And so backing off of that commitment level and just being like, it's cool if I only get around to one episode this week.
Yeah.
It's not so bad.
I get that. I just feel like if it's not a show that I know I'm like super into, like Daredevil, if I don't sit down and watch it all at once, I'm going to watch 1 or 2 episodes and then
never
forget
see
about it.
Okay.
But maybe I shouldn't just watch those 2 episodes at all. Anyways, let's talk about the other thing.
Okay, well, there is going to be, they announced a Star Trek animated show that's going to be a comedy. It'll be called Star Trek Lower Decks. So the idea is, you got the big important people on the bridge, and then these are the Federation toilet cleaners. That's the idea. These are the maintenance guys. These are the, like, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that'll be funny.
Yeah, sure it will.
Because funny.
I mean, any show can be funny.
It's true. Not every show is.
No.
But any show can be.
It can be, but that's more about the writing than the premise. But I got to say, not inspiring a lot of confidence just with the pitch, though, I will say.
They say that one of the writers of Rick and Morty, not Dan Harmon or whatever, not the main guy, but one of the Rick and Morty writers, his name's Mike McMahon.
Yeah.
He's going to be, I haven't either, but they're saying he's going to be the head dude on this.
Well, when Rick and Morty is involved, there's going to be a lot of people that are just going to go for it just because of that, probably.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's going to be good.
Here's what I think it all comes down to right here. It comes down to the fact that CBS All Access has figured out that people only subscribe if there's a Star Trek show. So they're going to try to figure out how to keep Star Trek on all the time.
Every show will be Star Trek. The Star Trek wife.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
You know what you need to do is just get on death row.